Oh, those adult children. We've been talking about children this week and also this month, and talking about parenting and how to best help these kids. Oh, the kids. So right now we've been hearing a lot in the news about snowplow parents and helicopter parents, and my favorite, the phrase I've coined, tractor trailer parents, which means they're going into the child's own family life into their 30s and 40s and won't dump that load. So how do you know, though? I mean, we talk a lot about, oh my gosh, can't believe they paid someone for their kid to go to college. But let's pull it back a little bit. And where is the line? Where do you cross the line between nurturing your child, helping your child, and enabling them? So very different. But when you get right down to it, how the heck do you know? Well, obviously, if you're going to jail for something, you've crossed the line. But let me give you 3 signs to let you know where that is before you get to that point, hopefully. So a few questions to ask yourself. You want to look at the big picture of how your child is doing. That's really going to be the key. And a lot of parents get so wrapped up in what they're doing or what their other kids are doing that they miss that part. So it's really to look at how your child is doing. So for starters, are they thriving? Is your child basically getting good grades, a good group of friends, not getting into trouble, basically doing well? This is not, is your child perfect? This is different. This is overall, they're making mistakes, but they're in the range of normal and they're working their way out of those mistakes or working through them and doing well. If they're thriving, then any move you make to step in or help them is enabling because they don't need it. Okay, so think twice before stepping in if your child is basically doing well. It might be that you have some too high expectations. There's something that you want from them that is something from your past, but that's a good place to check yourself. If they're thriving, stay back. Be a safety net, as I call it. Watch for the really bad moments. Let them work through everything else. Okay, does your child have a healthy self-esteem? Do they tackle their problems? Do they have a plan for their problems? Do they basically know how to go about doing things? Again, this does not mean they do it your way or the way that you think they should do it. This is, do they feel confident in making a plan? Even if you know in the back of your mind, that's never going to work. Doesn't matter, okay? A healthy self-esteem doesn't mean they're perfect. It means that they like to solve problems and like to go out there and give it a try. If that's the case, great. Then again, stay back. Now, if their self-esteem gets a little shaky, which is fine also, and they ask you for help, okay, now you know. This is where you step in. But again, if they're 14, 15 and older, don't just step in and this is how you do it. That's not helpful because then it's your plan you're shoving on them. You want to ask them questions to build their own plan, or at least make a plan together. That way it's there's some ownership there and they're more likely to follow through. So ask them questions. Well, what do you think the first step is? What about this? Okay, well, what do you think the next step is? But sometimes you just ask that and they know all the steps. You'll be surprised. And if you had just stepped in with your plan, then you would never know, and they wouldn't know that they already got it right. All right? So only step in if they ask for your help, and then ask them a lot of questions, see if they can figure it out themselves. That's helping them, not enabling them by giving them your plan. And the last question is one that most parents miss. Are you happy? That's right, you. You are a part of the relationship, you and your child. But a lot of parents get caught up in, it makes me so happy to help him. I don't care. And I've seen marriages fall apart. I've seen people go to jail and get in trouble, break the law, all kinds of things under the guise of, I was just helping my kid. It's not going to work. If you're in the article that I had go viral was about parents spending the retirement money on their adult kids. Okay, it's not going to help the relationship if you have done so much good that it's hurt you. Don't make the mistake of thinking you won't be resentful over that, because you will. It's human nature. You can't possibly help someone at the expense of yourself without that negative emotion coming up and interfering with the relationship. And if you don't become resentful, your child might understand that you did this and they hurt you, and they might feel guilty about it. And of course, that's not going to be helpful for the relationship either. So in sum, are they thriving? Do they have a good self-esteem? Are you happy? Those are the milestones to look for and consider when you don't cross that line between helping, nurturing, and enabling. It's a dance. You got to go in and out, step in, step out. If you step in and things get better, then try stepping out. If you step out and things get worse, then try stepping in. But it's more of a dance than a workbook or checkbox. Okay? So good luck with all that. Give me a call if there's any problems, 757-340-8800. Bye.